Happy St. Patrick's, everybody. Today is March the 17th, 2018. It is a Saturday this year, and we're celebrating St. Paddy's Day here on Brophy's Lane. As you can see, the tables are all set up to help you drink your green beer and enjoy a wonderful day with your friends. There's so many friends around here. Amazing, eh? Just want to say, these are the 4 apostles. They're my friends. Thank you very much. There's the God Rock. Thank you very much. And, the Birches. There are many of the Birch family of friends. And we're going over this area. We're going to go to the beach today. So I'm going to have a long conversation with you regarding polarity and you. What is polarity? Okay, well, when you have a pulsar sun, which we do, but we don't see it pulsing, we don't believe it's pulsar yet because it's so intensely pulsing at every minute one millionth of a second or something like that, because it's coming from the quasars, the singularity, and beyond that singularity, and all stars are actually the singularity. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, you wanted to look at me. Oh, I can switch it around, but I don't like how I look. Okay. No, I don't know how I do that now. I don't think I can do that. Sorry. Hold on. This is really difficult. To hold the dog, hold this, and hold that. And don't pull me. Don't pull me, Zoe, please. Okay. Hold on. Okay, hi guys. Anyway, about the polarity. Okay, so anyway, when we reach critical mass and polarity, you'll see it on the sun using an app which I call the Curve app, because I don't really have the old polarity apps anymore. They got rid of them, so I couldn't see the ionization effects on the sun anymore as much as the Goldie bodies and all that stuff. So what I really do see right now is the polarity and the redshift, or the various different times of the year. You'll get a certain frequency coming from the harmonics of a certain color frequency, like it's either going to be infrared or ultraviolet. When infrared and ultraviolet clash, you have polarity. You have a magnetic flip, because what happens is the polarity adds up, reaches critical mass, becomes like really tight ionized, becomes quarkian, and then what happens is you have a repolarization from cosmic radiation every time this year, or every few years. I shouldn't say every, but there's like a little bit every year, but some years it reaches critical mass in the sun, and this is what happens. That releases. Now, I'm thinking that maybe it's a cycle or maybe it's not, but nonetheless, the polarity has been shown to me. When I put the sun through the apps, I've noticed that there's a silver color on the sun, which isn't there when I do it normally, only when the sun is going through a magnetized period. Yeah, someone dumped their shit in here. Sorry, stuff in here, like there was a bong left in here and a few beer bottles. I don't know who's partying there or living here. But anyway, we're at the curve, what I call the anomalous curve, which I've taken many pictures here of the sun, and a lot of weird things happen here. So I think it's one of those subduction zones called magnetic anomaly, or quarkian collection site, or something else I'm not sure about right now, because I don't have my thinking hat on today. I left my tinfoil hat at home today. Sorry, folks. I'm getting a lot of bombardment by EMPs and who knows what else, cosmic radiation we don't see. But when you put it through a Curve app, you can see it. And when we can find out if we truly are being targeted and getting stalked by EMP, 5G, or whatever, we'll have the meters to do it, test it, and an evidentiary for Court. Now, court is probably going to protect the... you know what they did in court in the States? They don't have any protections for seniors and business advisors or financial advisors. Not the professional ones, but any financial advisor can apparently rip off seniors. I think the CARP should get after that right away, because that's really hedonous. I mean, heinous, and full of hedonism for them, just looking after themselves and not the interests of the most vulnerable of our society, the senior citizen. Thank you. Well, that's my social commentary for today, but I'll probably link it in with the event. I'm having a problem on this ice, so I gotta go slow. I don't want to be pulled by this dog. Anyway, she's a good dog, but she sees another dog, she's off. I mean, I gotta link a little better here. Hold on. Walk on the sand. There we go. I got good grip on her now. Okay. So if she pulls away, I won't go flying, and my machine won't go flying. I borrowed this, and this sucker's expensive. I don't want to pay for it forever, but I do want to take films, and I don't have an editing for my video, so it's very boring, and I can't keep up with the pros out there. I'm going to get something professional one day. But what's really professional for me is to talk about my findings. There's a lot of potholes this year. I think because we had heavy trucks going through here. I don't smell anything today. There's no leachate in the air right now. So maybe it's turned off, or I don't know what's happening there. Certainly sulfur should not be coming through. It's made me feel very sick. I've had like muscle spasms in my neck. My nostrils were burning. I've been having this sinus, which is not connected to a flu, which only lasts a few days, even with secondary infection. But I took some turmeric today, and I actually feel better. I wouldn't be able to go outside today on this journey if it weren't for the fact that I took about 2 tablespoons of turmeric and orange juice. And thank God, too, because I'm still alive, because I didn't think I was going to. I was having like a muscle contraction spasm in my neck. It seemed to be cutting off my circulation. Now, there's an interesting formula right there. That means we've been visited. I wish I had my other camera to take a picture of it, but that's good enough for today. And what that means is, that is a definite formus of one of those ancient aliens you see on the Arizona caves in Chaco Canyon. Is that how they pronounce it? Chaco or Chaco? I can't remember. I think it's Chaco Canyon. Yeah. So this is a big bunch of. Looks like. Oh yeah. We're on a precipice here, for sure. A limestone precipice, which is probably not too secure, but who knows? I'm not sure if the Niagara Escarpment is actually made of granite or not. I begin to smell some nice wood smoke, which smells very nice. About the polarization. Yeah. So, polarization effect, what is it? It's, well, I find there's a lot of polarizing on all levels. Remember I was talking to you about how speech is polarized? When we're born, we kind of come into a world which is probably opposite of the world we're used to as far as the speech center is concerned, and you have to wonder why we go through a polarity, why the speech center would be backwards. At that point, I have to say, not everyone, but some, this is a conjecture I had. Same thing with left-handedness. Lefties could be responsible for being born during the time of magnetic change or reversing of polarities. Okay? The polarities shift every few years. You happen to be born in the day when they're shifting, you're going to be left-handed. And it could be minute to minute or hour to hour or day to day. We don't know because nobody's really done a thorough study on the magnetic pulsars, which I have just captured recently in this anomalous area, because I think it has something to do with something else I'm not sure of. But all in all, it's a good day when we figure things out. And back to the beginnings of our beginning. Now, apparently, I'm a Pleiadian, okay? And apparently, most people are reptoids in their soul. It's like energy. But I think it can shift, I don't know, or it can be hybridized. But then we wonder, how did Nazis happen? Because they're so anti-human. Well, yeah, they're only for like themselves. It's a very selfish, narcissistic group of people. So Nazis are what? Narcissistic reptoids. They're not human, because even a human would not be like that. It's some kind of illness that comes from being unnatural. The human's nature is Pleiadian nature. And then if it's stolen, it becomes reptoid nature. So somewhere along the line, these are just probably, I'm not saying they're good or bad, because I don't like to make judgment, but they are bad. I made judgment. I'm a very judgmental person. I think that's from my training. The very high there today. The lake is up a little high. But anyway, judgment is, I don't like to make judgment. But it just seems that because I'm in an ego body and I'm just trying to be my own spirit self in the flow with the singularity of everything kind of thing. But that happens not every minute, because I have to relate to this world. I don't know why I was born into this world if I was a Pleiadian, other than to help it. And that's, I guess, a mission. What you would call a mission. What? No, I'm not going that way. She wants to go down there. I want to go this way to see the lake. Come on, there's poo up here. Come on. Once you say that, she'll come. Poo up here. Look at the poo. Big poo on the beach. Wow. Anyway, back to the concept of, can anyone really make a difference? Yes, they can. How? Well, it's with intent. I've always intended to do something good here. I know my time is short, even though I'm not. But all our time is short, comparatively speaking, to what Methuselah lived like 900 years, the oldest living person known. I wonder what Methuselah, are you glad you lived that long? Did you get a lot out of it? What did you do, Methuselah? I don't know. Maybe just godly person, that's good enough. Just to be totally in the spirit was probably Methuselah's thing, claim to fame, right? And plane. And anyway, this is an interesting form of a face. I wish I had my other camera here to take a still picture. I could take it on the way back after this tape, which is now 13 minutes and 32 seconds long. It's really cold up here, but the lake is breaking up. You can see the beautiful green blue, which is cerulean blue, that green, sea green. So that means there's obviously salt in the water. Apparently in Godrich we have salt, so maybe it's coming from there, but maybe it's at certain times of the year when the bottom is stirred up. I don't know. But anyway, there's whitecaps out there, and Zoe doesn't really want to go there. She doesn't like the wind, and the wind is kind of coming from there. She's sort of worried, but I'm coming down here anyway, because I want to see the escarpments on St. Paddy's Day. Now, as I told you before, there are Nessies that live on the horizon. This is sort of like a cave area that goes to Scotland, believe it or not, and they're huge. Well, their formas are very huge when they go in the sky around springtime, and they do mate. Their mating season, believe it or not, is in January. Or early spring. It's very cold here today with the wind. I'm glad I have my hat on and my mitts on. So he is sneezing. We hear a lot of wind. Wish I had a windsock. I'm going to speak up a little louder, show you what's going on out here, beautiful as it